Hey church, do you feel sometimes unfulfilled? Even though you are successful, you have everything. Wife, children, name and fame, position, material possession, yet you find yourself wanting for more. Or you are the doer of the good works and you ask yourself, why am I still unsatisfied? I do feel the same thing sometimes. Right now I'm reading 1 Kings and 2 Kings, and there are almost 40 kings in these two books, and so far I have covered the stories of 21 kings, and in all the lives of those kings, one thing always remains, and that saddens my heart. That is, he did evil in the eyes of the Lord as his fathers had done. He did not turn away from the sins of their fathers. So what does all this have to do with being successful like those kings, and yet their life were not fulfilled? Two reasons why you are unfulfilled. Number one, because you are living a life without a full communion with God. What is full communion with God? Is it an ordinance and rituals in the church? No. Perhaps communion does happen when we do the Lord's Supper, but it is not limited to that event. Communion is the glorious fellowship with God that fulfills the purpose of your existence. Communion is going back to the moment when we first heard His voice, when we first saw His face. Wow! In communion, God is so close to us, even so closer than our skin that there is no space between us. What a fellowship! What a life of fulfillment. That is where we are meant to be. Two reasons why you are so unfulfilled is because you are worshipping your own achievements. That is a sin. You are not honoring God as God. We let God be God and let Him be acknowledged of who He is, no matter how successful you are. Much like a marriage can be hurt when a covenant partners commit wrong, so do our communion with God breaks when we commit willful sins by not acknowledging Him as God. So how then should we be fulfilled? Remember, 1, when we enjoy the blissful communion with God. 2, when we acknowledge God as God and not our achievements. So therefore, there are no valid reasons why we should be living a life of unsatisfaction with God if you are not willing to commune with God daily. God bless us all.